Hey, I'm making this video for some people who are a little bit behind on work and need to get caught up, and you may feel a little bit lost as to where to get started. And I want to try to help you out. The easiest way I know how to jump in and start trying to get some of the work made up. I'm using my wife's login here so that I can see a biology classroom as if I'm a student and not the teacher. So when you get into Google Classroom, this is the first page that you're going to see. I pulled up my honors class. You may be in regular bio, so it may not say exactly this on the page, but it's going to be real similar. So when you get to the first page here, this is called the stream page. And it's sort of like a Facebook feed in that I'm making announcements every day. I'll put up important things on this feed that you can see scrolling by here. So every day there's new information on there. When you log in the mornings, read that because it's going to tell you what we're working on that day, any announcements you need to know, upcoming meetings, upcoming tests and quizzes. I'll announce those on there. So that gets updated every day. And so the most recent stuff is at the top of the page. And if you want to see what we did yesterday, you have to scroll down a little bit. If you want to see what we did weeks ago, you're going to have to scroll way on down the page. And if you're trying to make up work from a while back, that's not a bad idea. Let's say that you missed an assignment on September 24th and you want to know what we did that day. Well, on this stream page, you can scroll down until you see the little date right here. That's September 29th. If you were looking for September 24th, you'd have to keep scrolling down and down and down, and eventually you'd find it here. That's what I said at the beginning of that day. It says today's assignment is a review and end of unit quiz on plants. That was the end of our plant unit. And it told you that you'd be taking a quiz that day. And it also told you what would be starting with the next day, which was the animal unit. So those little posts are still there, but if you're working on older work, you're going to have to scroll down and find that exact day to see them. Sometimes it is kind of important to see them. So that's a good place to start. But if you're starting in on classwork right now, I wouldn't go all the way back to some of the earlier stuff. I would dive in where we are now. And where we are now is the animal unit. And so let me show you how to find those assignments and see what you have due. If you look right here, this is right below the little banner that says biology right here. It will say upcoming. And this little announcement here will tell you what's due today. It'll tell you what, it'll also tell you what you missed in the past as well. If you click View All, it will take you to a different page. And on that page, now I'm pretending to be my wife here as a student so you can see what it looks like from your end. You can see that she's missing a bunch of stuff here. She's not doing her assignments. I'm going to have to give her parents a call or something. I don't know. She's done some of the older work. I can see that, but she's missing a lot of assignments lately. So if you're seeing anything in red here that says missing, it means you need to make up that work. Or maybe it's just an attendance button that you need to click. One of those pops up every day, and you just need to click the little attendance question and click the one choice that it gives you, which is I'm here, and it'll count you present for that day. But let's see. It looks like she's missing several things from the animal unit, right? And if I back up right here, I can see where the plant unit ended, because there's the plant unit review and the quiz for that one. And then I can see where the animal stuff started here with the vertebrate assignment on the 25th. And there's been 4 assignments that she's missed out on. This one's still due today, and the other 3 are a day late. But that's no big deal. She can still do those. So that is one way to see what you're missing, is by clicking that little thing on the first page. It'll bring you to this summary page, and you can see everything you're missing. There is another way to find out what you're missing, and it may be a little more organized for you to look at it this way. If I click on the name of the class again and go back to the stream page, this is where we started, there's also 2 other tabs up here, classwork and people. If I go to classwork, then I can see that animal unit pops up here, right? Now, the first thing you'll see up top is class information. And you'll notice that everything in this folder right here under class information is grayed out. See how that's gray and that's gray and that's gray? That's because those are not anything you need to do. Those are things telling you how to do stuff. They're videos showing you how to use the Google Meet check-in on Tuesdays, how to check your grades, how to use Google Slides, how to use Google Classroom, what the schedule is for class. All that stuff is in the class information folder. But you can ignore that for now because you're looking for your missing work, right? So the animal unit right here is where I'd like for you to dive in. Don't go back to earlier units. Just try to catch up with where we are right now because that's going to be easier. So if you look in the animal unit here, I can see that there are some folders that have notes in them and study material and videos and teaching resources. You can kind of ignore those until you need them because the ones that are in blue right here are the ones you need to pay attention to. The ones that say assignment that are still bold like this. Those are the ones that haven't been done yet. And I'll show you one of those in just a second, but I'm also going to show you what it looks like when they are done. I'm going to skip down to her plant unit. She has done her assignments in the plant unit, and you can see they're grayed out here. They're no longer in bold blue. So it means she's done with those. Now, if the teachers return them to you, they may turn blue again if the teacher wants you to complete something or fill something else in or change an answer. They may turn blue again, so you'll want to check those occasionally. But right now, the only one she had to do is they're in the animal unit. And so if I click on one here, let's say I want to try the first one in that unit, which is going to be the bottom one, remember. We're going back in time. This is the ones due today. There's the 29th, 28th, and the 25th. So I'm going to go back to the first one here on the 25th. Get into that assignment. I can read the instructions there, and then I can click View Assignment right here. And that allows me to get into the assignment. This is what it looks like when you get into an assignment to work on it. It's got instructions here on the left in a paragraph, and it also has some videos attached. And this one has 2 pages of information that it wants you to look at. And then it also has a Google document attached right here. It says Your Work, and it's got a Google Doc attached right here that I've pre-made for you. You don't have to make this. It's already there. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to load up what it wants me to work on that day. And I will see that it is some instructions, and it's wanting me to tell what animal group these things belong to and whether they are vertebrates or invertebrates. And I can type my answers right here on the page. I can click where it says turtle, and I happen to know that that one is in the reptile group, and it is a vertebrate. It has a backbone, right? So that's my answer for that one. Now, once I get all these done, I'm going to do them all for you. That would be too easy. But once you get all those done, filled in, then you can hit Turn In up here, right? And that will, maybe you have to click Share. See, I've never seen this from your point of view. So let's see what that does. Yeah, and you can share it with me and then click Done. And then you should be able to click Turn In when you get back. If you click that Turn In button, it's going to bring you back here. And you're going to click Turn In. And it's going to submit that attachment for you. So you didn't have to do anything to attach it. It's already attached. You can just click Turn In. And it'll mark that one as complete, right? Now, let's go back and look at another one, though. And I want to show you another button here that you might need on some assignments. Go back into classwork here, and I'm going to open up the next assignment here, the animal behavior assignment. And I'm going to click View. Now, this one is not asking you for this. I'm just saying, what if, right? What if this assignment had asked me to attach a picture? What would I do? You'll have to go up to where it says Add or Create right here and click that little button to add something to the lesson. That means it's something I didn't put in there for you, something you're adding. If you want to attach it, if you've got a picture in your Google Drive, you can attach it by clicking Google Drive after you hit that little add button. Or if it's just on your computer, you can click File, and it'll bring up something that looks like this. And then I can hit Upload, and I can browse for files on my computer. Right? And that will allow you to look at anything you've downloaded, any kind of files that you've got on the computer. You can choose one of these pictures that you've got, and you can hit Open, and it'll put it in that lesson. So that's how to attach something that's not already there. Now, there's videos showing you how to do this in the class information folder, so I'm not going to go too much further into that. But let me go back and show you now that if I go to the classwork page and I look at, let me reduce this one down again. If I look at these assignments now, I still got that one to go because I didn't finish it, but now the vertebrate versus invertebrate assignment is complete. The blue is gone and it is grayed out, which means I'm done with that one. And now I just have 3 lessons to go. So once you get done with the units in the animal unit and are caught up with us, try to stay caught up with us. And then if you have extra time, then I would suggest going back to the unit before that, which is the plant unit, and starting out with those. Again, go all the way down to the very first one down here that says Plant Intro Assignment, and start with it and then work your way up. It's better to work with things in the order that they were assigned because sometimes they build on each other. You might need to know what I taught that first day to understand what I taught the second day. So jump in on the animal unit, try to get caught up with us, and then if you have extra time, go back to that plant unit and start working on that. Now, if you get done with the stuff in the plant unit, contact me and I'll tell you what to jump into next, because that takes us back quite a good ways, and I may need to try and tell you which ones to tackle, okay? But we can get you caught up. Don't worry. We've still got a couple of weeks to go here. And if you put in a little bit extra time, you'll be good to go when report cards roll out. Okay? All right. Well, I'll talk to you later. If you need anything, just email me and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. All right? Good luck.